Marina Protocol says it's the Web3 marketing rail paying users for campaigns. So I downloaded the app. Sounds nifty, right? I watched the ads, I earned the points, and I got 0 PBAY.
Nice job, team.
Which is their token that they just released. And there's been users on X that have been watching these ads for 2 years, and they're saying the same thing. So yeah, today's review is not going to be a love letter. I mean, I have the app right here. I watched the stupid ads, even to redeem their PSURF token and PBAY token. You have to watch ads. When you open up the app, you have to watch an ad. This thing is just full of ads, but I don't see any way to actually claim the rewards. If a reward token never leaves the app, it's not a reward. It's just a time sink and making the company money, not you. Anyway, let's audit this thing. We're going to start off with our narrative and vision, as we always do. And we're going to take a look at their website. And honestly, there's not much to look at. On paper, Marina is pretty simple. Brands run their missions. Users complete some tasks, which is generally watching ads or taking these quizzes. And then you get on-chain rewards flow. Supposedly, there's gasless onboarding, social logins, the whole bring normies to crypto type of kit. In reality, though, you earn PSURF and PBAY in the app, and then you just stare at them. There's no working public path to convert those points into PBAY on chain, which is what they just released, which is this token. I tried. I mean, you go into the sort of wallet section here on the app, and I've only been doing this for 1 day, but you can see I have some PSURF, some PBAY. Wow, you really can't see that with the lighting. But anyway, I connected the MetaMask wallet. There's no actual way to redeem this thing. Regardless, thousands of people on X have say they tried for years.
What?
For years. So I feel really bad for those folks. Hopefully they make it right, and maybe I'm missing something. Maybe there is a way to claim the actual token. It's funny because they write here, your experiences will never go in vain. And that could not be further from the case.
So that was a f***ing lie.
If your core promise is to earn PBAY and users can't actually claim PBAY, the narrative just collapses. Full stop. So please leave a comment if there's something I'm missing, and to help out all these folks on X who have been watching these stupid ads for months and years to actually claim some rewards for them. Regardless, for the narrative and vision, I gave it an 8 out of 20, and that's being generous. On paper, there's a clean, non-gimmicky use case, right? This reminds me of the early 2000s ad bars that you would install onto your Internet Explorer, and as you surf, they would show you ads and you'd make a couple of pennies here and there. It's sort of the same thing, just on an app, but their core promise, the redeemable rewards, is just unproven in practice. There's this 2-token point soup with the PBAY and SURF, PBAY and PSURF. It confuses the users and masks the real issue, which is that there's no payout. So regardless, let's take a look at the tokenomics and the supply for this thing. There's 1 billion PBAY, which is the total supply. It's a BEP20 token. There's staking and some governance talk. There's the SURF/points meta. The problem is none of this matters if points never become PBAY, and if unlock cadence plus who holds PBAY are opaque, right? This thing says it has 1,250 holders, and they've sort of released stuff in terms of milestones. They've gotten some credits, whatever. We'll get into some of the app things in a second, but let's just close out the tokenomics and supply for this thing. The fixed supply, that's good in theory. Points are effectively off balance sheet liabilities if they intend to honor them later, but that's a big if. If your tokenomics are just watch more ads, I'm out. Regardless, 6 out of 20 for the tokenomics and supply, and even that's being generous. Tech and execution, let's go to the next section because this is the big one. The only positive here is that they shipped an app. Okay, so they do have an app. I have it on my phone. It's there. The app is there. You can watch ads. You can redeem these PSURF and PBAY things. And for Google Play, they have over 1 million downloads, which is insane, with 8,000 reviews. Now, I was a little bit confused because on the App Store, which I have an iPhone, so I downloaded this on my iPhone, there's only 16 ratings, and I'm assuming not a lot of downloads. So I don't know why there's this big discrepancy, but regardless, they did ship an app, but they didn't ship the feature, which is a trustless claim of these actual sort of points, quote unquote, that you get. The app shows the PBAY and the PSURF tokens. There's like this stupid league where you have to, get the surfboards and whatever. It's a bunch of jargon. The wallet connect works, so you can connect your wallet to the app, but there's zero Bay balance after any of the tasks. And there's no actual way to convert. If this is phased, and they're going to be doing a phase for this in terms of releasing an actual convert flow, they need to be super transparent about that, like a dated milestone and something, because currently, if you look at their next phases, there's nothing in here. There's launch web-based platform, so they just have the apps right now on the mobile. They want to do web-based, okay. And then prepare the ecosystem for exchange integration, ensuring token utility and platform readiness for broader adoption, open trustless reward system, enabling direct campaigns creation via smart contracts, enable participants to join campaigns on chain, ensuring, so like, okay, in 2026, they might ship this in terms of the actual conversion. And even that, this is too opaque for me. It doesn't make any sense. And for the people who have been doing this for 2 years, they're probably pissed.
It's about time.
And rightfully so. So anyway, tech and execution, I guess 6 out of 20. I mean, they shipped an app, so they have that going for them, but that's not saying much. And again, they have 300,000 followers on X. And if you look at their Bay live release, a lot of it is people complaining about it, rightfully so. I've been watching ads diligently on the Marina app. What's going on? Still nothing for the community. This poor soul has over 1 million PSURF and 6.6 PBAY and cannot redeem anything. All the ads we watched were in vain. Why hast thou used and forsaken thy community? After watching ads diligently for a long time, how did they launch without the community? When app withdraw available? How to claim? Shove your project down your ass. I mean, I feel this guy. I feel it. What's the meaning of this? Most of our community are facing this issue right now. Please, I want to ask again, the PSURF that I farmed, is it another token? This Bay I didn't farm. I was focusing on PSURF, not knowing there is another token to farm within the app. Everybody basically just got farmed. Unless they release a way to actually redeem this stuff, everybody got farmed. You can't convince me otherwise. And the other thing is, on the actual app, it's so opaque in terms of what exactly is PSURF, what exactly is PBAY. I mean, I'm assuming PBAY connects to Bay. Is there a surf token? I don't know. I didn't do any more research after kind of downloading the app and just watching the ads and seeing if I can actually take out any money, which I can't. The app doesn't explain any of this to you. It's just an ad machine. There's just ads all over the place. There are ads on the bottom of the app. There's ads on the top. There's ads when you open it. There's ads when you redeem. You have to watch ads to get the tokens. You can't actually redeem the tokens, watch more ads. It's insane. Whew. Anyway, market structure and liquidity. I'll make this really quick. It is fairly liquid. It's on a ton of exchanges. I don't know. I'm thinking about shorting this thing into the ground, but whatever. 8 out of 20 for market structure and liquidity. It is tradable. They do have a 20 million market cap. There's a ton of volume since it just released, whatever, yada, yada, yada. Exit risk and VC stakes. Redemption opacity after all these years is existential, and it's an issue. The social proof is overwhelmingly, where are my tokens? I want to know how much money they've made off running and showing these ads for the past 2 years to all these poor souls. Show us the receipts. How much money did you farm and clean up off the backs of all these people watching the ads? The only positive I could say here is that public visibility makes ghosting this thing harder. So they have 300,000, followers. They should be held accountable, in my opinion. Now, if they delete their account and just completely ghost and you'll never see them again, that is going to be absolutely absurd. I wouldn't be surprised though. So whatever, if they eventually make users whole, I'll completely re-rate what they're doing. But until then, if your best catalyst is maybe they finally pay, you don't have a catalyst. You have a court case, honestly, waiting to happen. I don't know where their team or anything is or their offices. It doesn't say anything about that on the site or any of the research I did. So who the hell knows who's behind this thing? Regardless, for exit risk and VC stakes, I gave them a 2 out of 20 for a total score of 30 out of 100. This is a rug in progress, if you ask me, until there is a public, provable on-chain claim from PSURF and PBAY to Bay in wallets. Avoid this thing like the plague. And if you've been already doing this for a year plus, I'm very sorry. Like, God help you all. This is one of those things where it looks awesome. You're like, okay, I'll just watch a couple of ads every day, leave my phone on the table, let them play, make a couple of tokens, make something here for doing this. and then Marina releases the BAY token. There's no way to actually redeem it. And who knows what they mean in the roadmap in terms of the second half of 2026, maybe doing some kind of claiming functionality. It's a mess. This thing is a mess. If they push a real claim contract with verifiable distribution and clear vesting, then I'll revisit this. Until then, this thing just has red flags all freaking over it. I don't usually short anything, but this would definitely be a candidate. Either way, I hope they reconcile. And again, if I'm missing something, if someone out there is actually able to claim these tokens, let me know in the comments so I can let their community know how to actually redeem all the time and effort they've put into this. So regardless, this was a strange one. I hope they make this right by their community and the users who have been doing this for a long time. I hope you enjoyed this breakdown. As always, do these twice a week. If you did, if you liked the video, you know what to do. Not even going to ask you for it. And as always, I'll see you next time. Have a great day out there.